In the screenshots, we do have these characters like Raoul, Real Dimes, Draquan, Priest, etc. But we can also see like 4 or 6 locations. So we have Vice City, we have like 10 of those pictures. Then we have Leonardo Keys, and then we have Port Gellhorn. Now, Renzi's made a really good video talking about everything we know about Port Gellhorn. Okay, so we're starting out with the postcard that Rockstar have put out. Cheap motels shut down attractions and empty strip malls won't bring the tourists back, but there's a new economy in this once popular vacation spot. It's fueled by malt liquor, painkillers, and truck stock energy drinks. Jump on a dirt bike and hold on to your wallet. So this place is definitely forgotten, and I'm guessing that's because of the lifestyle within Port Gellhorn.
So as you must understand, this place once was a prosperous town that actually had lots of tourists. However, things have changed, and we could actually see that from screenshots. Now this place lives based off different economy, and that economy.
So long story short, it's kind of the hood. Essentially, it went from being like fancy and nice, maybe tourist hotspot, to now people ain't going there no more. I mean, realistically, right? Like, is anyone from outside the US going to come here and think it's going to be safe? Probably not. Vice City to me seems, well, obviously it's like Miami, right? So it's still a tourism hotspot. Port Gellhorn seems to be sort of where it seems to be Rockstar's setting, if you like, for more of the hood outside of Vice City, a more rural hood, if you like.
But we will look at this static postcard that was given to us. First of all, you can see the train track and person waiting.
So we got train track, we got the station down here, we got a water tower, it looks like, as well,
for his train to come. Obviously, as it was in GTA 4 and GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, we will also be able to use those trains as well. And if you played Red Dead Redemption...
I mean, the question is, are we going to be able to stop the train? Because GTA 5 made that impossible, and I know that's a common question for GTA 6 players.
Red Dead Redemption 2, you could stop the train on the bridge and rob everybody on it. That's something I believe we'll be able to do in GTA.
I didn't know that. That would be a shame if GTA 6 didn't let that happen. I'm surprised, because GTA 5, the train was cool for like 2013, but you couldn't do anything with it. Like, people were literally making videos how to stop the train in GTA 5. But if there's actual NPC interactions like this, I'm all for it.
Also see Juice Fruit sign on the right, cars going in and out, you can see trucks. This area is more industrial as there are no...
Yeah, so we've actually seen, like, I think this area is probably... I'm guessing that it's probably this area here, right? Oh no, it's not. No, this is Ambrosia. So this is a different area, but it looks very similar.
Tourists now. In the back you can see lots of industrial buildings and factories. And look at this interesting person in the purple hoodie. It's definitely not his car, as this guy is trying to sneak up and look inside the car, maybe to spot something valuable. Then looking over there...
Yeah, this is definitely remote Florida, kind of. Like, if you look at the houses, the infrastructure, the cars, the tow trucks, or is it tow trucks or pickup trucks, sorry. It definitely has that vibe.
Behind, in the distance, you can see cranes, boats, a water tower that you can climb and probably loot something from there.
Is it? I think it was GTA 5, right? Where we had the mission where you're playing as Ron and Trevor is... Or are you playing as Trevor? No, you never play as Ron in GTA 5. And I think you have to get onto one of these towers and try to snipe out the people on the airfield.
First trailer, we can see Lucy and Jason walking out of the store. Seems like they already have everything they need. They have money they took from the store and they're trying to leave at the moment. Then we see an alligator entering inside the gas station. It happens just nearby Starlight Motel, which is big.
Wait, hang on, how do we know that? I didn't know that. Okay, so this must be the GTA mapping project. Damn, how did that... I must be out of date. How did they get that? Yeah, you can see here, map.gtadb.org. That's got to be the GTA database, right? And you can see go to real life. So that's, I'm assuming, going to be a street view map.
The amount of detail is just mind-boggling. The number of things within this shot of gas station makes me think that even in 2023, when...
That's a good point, actually. Like, this shop right here...
The number of things...
Like, if you look at this shop right here, I think that the best way we can compare it is to, like, the... What are they even called? Like, the 7-Eleven type shops in GTA 5, right? Like, the gas station. I mean, what we don't have with GTA 5 is, like, cafes and restaurants like this. Now, whether or not this is going to be, like, an open... building that you can just like go into, for example, or whether it's just part of a mission, kind of like how you have in GTA 5 with, frankly, almost all the buildings, like the banks and so on. You know, a lot of places are limited to just the campaign story. If this is part of the sandbox, that would be really cool. And similarly, right, we've known about the crocodile for a while. How likely is that to be part of the like general gameplay? Like you're walking around and there's a crocodile just walking around. If I remember correctly, this was part of a news piece.
Back we can see pawn and gun, so basically a gun shop, a lot of cars, and that's a pretty...
That's a good point. That's not looking like ammunition. That's looking like a different... So yeah, I'm guessing maybe then that means that, yeah, we do. We're going to have more than... Because we know we've seen ammunition in one of the trailers. I remember that. So pawn and gun, I'm guessing, will be like a different type of gun shop maybe, which it would be good to see more than one gun shop in GTA. I think having variation like that and range in a game that's like GTA, that's sandbox, that is kind of one of the most important parts of it, because otherwise, and we know this now a decade on from GTA 5, a lot of us played GTA 5 back then but haven't played GTA 5 for years, and it's because there are updates for sure, but it doesn't feel different compared to 10 years ago in its essence. There are obviously content updates, but yeah, I love this idea.
Rundown location. In the back you can see house being under construction, and another one that is almost completely abandoned with no roof.
I mean, obviously this then goes towards the question of, with houses under construction, whether or not we're going to see timelines of buildings being knocked down and rebuilt, and I don't know what Rockstar's scope is for all of that. If this was Epic Games, I would expect it. Rockstar should be able to, frankly, now, if they want to make a lot of money over the next 15 years for GTA 6, then you have to keep it fresh like that. That would be really cool.
And the ending scene in the motel where Lucy and Jason are on the bed talking. Obviously, you might have seen it in the leaks, and it was obvious that it's Port Gellhorn as well. It's the same motel that we actually see in trailer 2, but we'll get to that a bit later. We also have an artwork of that same motel. You can see it all matches up. The wooden wall, the bed, and everything, it's the same. And take a look at this. In that artwork, they have a huge duffel bag of money. So they have robbed something, and it's not a convenience store. It's not a pawn shop. It's something much bigger, like a small bank or even a big bank. They are lying low in that motel with that bag of money. It's not clear when it's taken place exactly.
So realistically, it is a good point. If that is true, if it's after a bank heist, this is likely further into the game, not at the very start at the very least, I'm guessing, because my sense is that this is going to be a little bit like GTA 5 storyline, where you start out with nothing damn near in the hood, and then obviously you move on to bigger heists, bigger money, etc. Yeah, I expect that this would be in working with, let's see if we can find him, Raul Bautista. Where are you? This guy looks very serious, a very serious man. There's a reason for that. I'm guessing, and you can check out the storyline video that I posted a few days ago to see more information about this, but this dude is probably, to a certain extent, an equivalent of Michael in GTA 5 in terms of Jason and Lucia probably being kind of broke at the start of the game, and then as they progress, probably Jason's going to do some work with both Cal Hampton, who you can see here. This is Jason's friend. You can see him better. That's Cal, that's Jason. As you can see, this is sort of Florida bro culture, and as we understand it, it seems like Jason is starting out with Brian Heder. Obviously, it seems like he's living in Brian's property. So yeah, they're probably broke to a certain extent, and I'm guessing that changes once they do some work with this luxury looking dude here. And if there's a lot of money in a duffel bag like this, Renzi is correct, it's probably more than just robbing a cash register in Port Gellhorn. It's more than likely a bigger score. They also do look pretty comfortable in here. Lucia has a weapon in her hand. I'm not sure if that's... I mean, obviously this is posed, right? She's looking at the camera and stuff, but no, this may symbolize that even after like big scores, they lay low as such in Florida Port Gellhorn motels.
But with that bag of money, it points to a pretty big heists that have happened. You might have seen it in the leaks, and it was obvious that it's Port Gellhorn.
I mean, realistically, when we look at this frame right here, clearly they are likely happy, and I'm guessing celebrating, and that may, especially with what we're seeing these two going at it now, that this may well be a celebratory makeout, right? So
now let's move on to the second trailer. The first shot we can clearly make out shows Jason and Lucia sitting in a car. This scene is very likely set in Port Gellhorn. According to the community that created the map,
Okay.
this shot appears to be in Port Gellhorn.
damn, okay, they've really pinpointed locations like this?
This is the same room highlighted in the leaks, the first trailer and official artwork. It seems to serve as a safe hideout, probably after a major heist. Notably, Lucie's encommoded isn't on her
Seems like Renzi's got the same reading as I got then.
leg, indicating that this is not the beginning of the game, it's likely set around middle chapters. Finally, the last shots in the trailer show Jason on a bike chasing someone. A red sign reading Gellhorn, clearly indicating that this scene is set in Port Gellhorn rather than Ambrosia. We also see signs like white.
I actually never thought about how much of the trailer was set in Port Gellhorn until this. Like, yeah, this place has been featured a lot in the marketing material so far.
We saw this location in the first trailer from inside and in the second trailer from the outside when Jason was beating up a guy. Now this screenshot gives us a detailed perspective. In the image, there is a woman talking to a man sitting in a canis, more specifically a canis jeep. She seems like what you might call a night butterfly. There is some construction going on in the area, possibly maintenance or pipe work. On the left, there is a man with a chain, seemingly occupied with a cigarette or something else, giving off shady vibe. And near the entrance, two women are present. One of them is taking a picture of a cat. Through the windows, you can catch a glimpse of...
Yeah, you can see what this area is, right? It's very, very clear.
The motel's interior. The sign looks run down, advertising king-size beds and low rate.
I mean, let's put it this way, it's very much aligning with the Rockstar description, if you like, of Port Gellhorn. Let's call it painkillers.
And you can literally see pigeons on the sign. Also, there is a pool with Wi-Fi, though the pool area seems mostly empty without any water. A woman is lying by the pool at night, possibly intoxicated. This definitely is Port Gellhorn, and it's a very interesting part of the map. Next, we see two men who clearly aren't just random NPCs. They are criminals. Behind them, there appears to be a small plantation of some kind of operation, which could explain where Lucia
Yeah, so realistically, this looks like they have a weed operation going on.
and Jason got that huge duffel bag of money. Perhaps they robbed the man of funds earned through illicit activity like selling drugs. While we can't pinpoint the exact location, it gives us hints about potential missions connected to this area.
Wait, is Renzi suggesting that we rob these guys? Is that what he's suggesting the storyline is? I mean, it could be the case, to be fair. I'm not saying no. I mean, when you got dealers, that tends to come with cash, not bank deposits, right? So, and if they have a full duffel bag worth of it, that I wouldn't say. I would say it's possible. I don't know if that is because yeah, these people tend to work off cash, not bank transfers.
Then there is another scene reinforcing the criminal activity theme. A woman is selling blue pills to the man in the car, while another man in the background acts as a bodyguard to make sure the trade goes smoothly. So this confirms that drug trade and criminal operation will be a significant part of this location. And
I would say bodyguard is a nice word for what this dude probably is, but you know, we're not gonna say anything.
likely central to some missions in the game. Now, here, we get a look at a pretty interesting location, a strip club. And I want to point out that we now have two of them in GTA 6. Because in GTA 5 there was only one, but in GTA 6 there are two. The one we are looking at is called The Lights, while the other
So I've seen that we may have a male strip club too now in GTA 6.
is only one, but in GTA 6 there are two. The one we are looking at is...
So this one is clearly going to be the women strip club, because you literally see here it says new girls, new food, open all night, hiring dancers, and the sign itself is clearly a woman, and even here you can see the word girls here. So
While the other, Jack of Hearts, is in Vice City and owned by Booby Ike. But let's focus on The Lights for now. So it's clear this club is active and lively. They are hiring dancers, serving food, and open all night. In the scene we can also spot two homeless people, one pushing a cart full of his belongings, and another woman who looks to be in terrible condition, clearly living on the street. There is also a man being kicked out of that club, which seems like a random event that we'll probably encounter frequently throughout the game. On the left,
that's really interesting though. Like if that's part of that will feel very alive. If they start doing this with GTA 6, I will be very happy. I'll be a very happy man, because those are the sorts of random interactions and scenes and situations that GTA 5 completely lacked. And it's what people have always sort of said since it released now. It's the reason why GTA 5 feels like a ghost city completely. You can't go into any buildings, but it looks like a real city from around. You know, if you look at GTA 5 in terms of getting kicked out of strip clubs, I remember that you yourself as a player can get kicked out of the strip club. In fact, I remember very clearly, yes, if you're too touchy and the bodyguard notices, then you'll get kicked out. But to watch random people who have been doing that same thing or whatever else it may be, what will also be interesting is what this interaction actually looks like. So can we hear the bouncer telling the people to fuck off, for example, or is it going to be much less detailed than that, right? Similarly, in GTA 5, with these people, they would be talking. They would have recycled voice lines that would go over and over again. And if you play GTA 5 enough, then you know roughly what they're about to say next, right? If you've played it a lot, which many people did. Now, I know that Rockstar has said that generative AI isn't going to be part of GTA 6, but I really hope they find a way to make this part feel like real, basically, and not canned, recycled responses. But I think Rockstar have learned from that.
We can see a man who looks like a biker. There are two dancers, a bodyguard keeping watch, and two people talking, possibly maybe even conducting some kind of trade, though it's hard to say for sure. An interesting detail is that the game will feature
I wouldn't say that they're doing a trade.
Some kind of trade, though
it looks like they are literally just chilling. This dude just standing, this dude's probably doing a toke of some joint.
It's hard to say for sure. An interesting detail is that the game will feature male strippers for the first time, which is an addition, especially for female players. And in the background there are houses, a van driving by, and overall the area looks impressively detailed. There is a lot of happening in this scene. It looks like a casual gathering, maybe a group of friends hanging out. You can spot some flirting, like a guy lying by a car with a wet belly, holding a Patriot beer in his hand, while a woman with a large bazookas playfully floats with him. On the left, people are sitting in the trunk of a car.
Oh, Renzi, why did you... why did he say that? No one had to know that detail, but okay.
Which is a fantastic new feature. We haven't seen anything like this in GTA 5 or any previous GTA, especially with the NPCs. There is also a huge box of beers in the scene. The girl on the right bears a strong resemblance to Lucia. Meanwhile, a man is carrying a wooden pallet. The girl on the right.
Okay, so Ramsey is saying, I think, that this woman maybe looks like Lucia, possibly. I mean, we couldn't. I mean, the hairstyle actually, ironically, the hairstyle does look like Lucia.
There's a strong resemblance to Lucia. Meanwhile, a man is carrying a wooden pallet, presumably moving it somewhere, showing that the environment is full of activity. Overall, nothing here seems illegal, just people enjoying themselves, but it's a lovely and interesting scene. If, for example, we as a player pass by this group at night in GTA 6, it could be pretty fun. Very cool interactive moment, offering the chance to see what they are up to, or perhaps engage with them in some way, or just rob them. Gellhorn is really close together. The store that was being robbed is nearby, the pursuit from Trader 2 happened just over here, and the strip club is right here as
so Port Gellhorn, in terms of the size that I'm seeing here, does kind of point to me a bit like it's actually looking pretty small. It looks like there's a lot going on in one small area. Oh, I see here Uncle Jack's Valley. Okay, so I'm guessing here that you'll have like one small thing of everything. So like you can see here a shop, a strip club. I'm assuming that we'll see like an ammunition or the gun pawn shop, whatever it is. What's interesting is that there's a restaurant here I'm seeing here. That's quite cool because we didn't really see restaurants like that in GTA 5. It was mainly corner shops, barber shops, clothes shops, depending on the area. But we definitely didn't have what looks like here is a coastal restaurant.
Together. The store that was being robbed is nearby, the pursuit from Trader 2 happened just over here, and the strip club is right here as well. So all of the locations are packed into a very small area, making this part of the city feel dense.
I wonder, does this count as part of Port Gellhorn? You have this little island here. How is Rockstar doing that then? Can you like get a boat there? Is there some, I mean, what we are noticing here, at least from this mapping project, there's nothing on here. I'm not seeing any sort of restaurants or, I mean, I don't know why there would be a restaurant on here, but maybe it's like a fishing island. That could be what it is.